Hello and welcome to Mechwarrior Online. So let's talk patch notes. May 21st, 2013 patch notes. Blackjack is in and blah and champion Jenner and all the sorts of other things like that. Which I don't really want to go into. I want to go into the actual changes. Like, why is UAV in? A new consumable UAV? What? There is so many other things in this patch which do kind of nice things, so why is this UAV necessary? Why was it added? Why? I still don't get it. And that seismic sensor, whatever. Why? It's now going to be sitting on every freaking long-range missile boat or any like large station, more than likely stationary target, and no longer can be flanked because it can see anything coming in at 400 meters away. What? Well, upgraded version is 400 meters, then before the upgrades 200 meters, something. Yeah, so if you are running a long-range missile boats and whatever, get that thing. It's at least on paper and so forth, it seems kinda crazy. But weapon tunings with the long-range missile damage and speed upgrades and that sort of stuff, with the AMS bullet upgrades, that's all fine. There is some quality of life buffs here, and for example long-range missiles haven't really been an issue, at least not been an issue for me for a long time. I've just learned to use cover, well, and AMS for mechs which cannot be running ECM. Whatever. Norek buffs. That sounds weird, right? Norek buffs, but it's still worse than tag in like every way. You need ammo for it, even though it now has double the ammo as previously. It still is 300 meters less range, and it still is a dumbfire missile without like massive instant hit that the tag does. You point tag, you press the freaking trigger key or whatever, and it's instantly on the target. Narc, you have to, especially if the target is moving, you have to freaking predict where it's moving and then try to hit it with the Narc. Wow, it just makes no sense. Some minor increases on LB-10X and machine gun. Not gonna see either of those guns much, anyways. Even with these little buffs. PPC, PPC, nerf, I would say, with the cooldown increase. Doesn't do anything to pop targets where this is probably aimed at, I would assume. It actually doesn't. They just take that extra second and before they pop out from cover and shoot. It doesn't really do anything to change their playstyle. What it does is it stops PPC and PPCs from being really like useful in medium range brawls in the open. Now you probably want to learn large lasers instead. At least that's how I right now feel about it, and I'll probably give that a thorough try pretty soon. AC5 buff, which is to me was needed because Autocannon 5 AC5 was always a little bit behind on like all the other ACs. AC10 maybe also in the same should do a bit of a buff, maybe a slight range buff, I don't know. But AC5, this is probably going to become stable for me now with the with these changes. Especially the cooldown increase is big. It suddenly does much better. The Beagle Active Probe changes are kind of nice. Another way of countering ECMs and so forth. Always good because ECM is still a bit of an issue. And all that stuff. Flamer increase. You know, Flamer is awesome. Never going to see those either. Long range missile, short range missile, like increases, you know, and so forth. And someone tell me why is Narc worse than Tag when it comes to providing lock-on timers and decay, or like lock-on decay for the long-range missiles. Tag, which is instant, does not weighs less than Narc, does not freaking has bigger range, does not use ammunition, is better than Narc in every freaking way. well, obviously tag and Norek stack. It explains here how it's how they stack and all that stuff. But why would I ever use Norek if I can get a tag and use my missile slot for another LRM launcher? Ah, weird, pointless, so for it. Well, at least they fixed that the ECM, like enemy disruption ECM, will no longer match the position of your teammates. Because that was annoying. And air and artillery strike splash damage radius increases. I don't... what? I don't like consumables, sorry. I don't like consumables in this game. I didn't see them as like necessary part of the game anyways. ECM and Bob will no longer function when mech is powered down. This is massive. Finally in. Can no longer do the whole like, I'll go disrupt mode in my ECM and hide in this freaking corner and know that we're like in this corner on this River City. Or even worse, Forest Colony Archway. You could climb on the, you could like jump jet onto the freaking shelf and shut down and have your ECM still cover half of the freaking battle happening in the archway. So yeah, at least that's fixed. And PPC should now do appropriate damage within minimum range. Which is also was kind of needed and finally helped, like another thing for the PPCs and so forth. So overall, what do I feel about this? Oh well, other than the fact that Centurion is no longer necessary because Blackjack does everything a Centurion does, but does it better with more hard points. I don't know. This patch, it adds some good things to it with the ECM changes and BOP changes and all that stuff. With the like LRMs and tags, like tag and Norek interaction with the LRM and Artemis being clarified and improved. It just seems rather weird to me because there is so many things which could be like done differently, which could be added to the game, and yet they add like UAVs and other like seismic sensors. Oh well. But that was a quick look at the patch notes. I'm gonna let this video and the background play to the end, and thank you very much for watching.